let's talk about fluency. What is fluency? We can see here what's expected of our kids. This is the Fluency Standards. In kindergarten, they're expected to be fluent, add, subtract, fluently within 5.
Many times teachers think that fluency is just how quickly can they do it.
Mm-hmm. Fluency is not just about speed. It's about being efficient and being versatile and being able to make sense of it. And plus, there's an accuracy is part of it as well. It comes natural. Fluency, whenever they're fluent with something, it's something that just flows, as well as asking them to write their name when they know how to write their name. It's something that requires very little effort and thinking when something is fluent. That's why kindergarten is only fluent within 5. Because if you ask a kindergarten child, a 5 or 6-year-old, to be fluent within 5, that is asking them to do quite a bit. And some teachers think if they can use their fingers that they're fluent. They also go on the opposite. Some teachers think that it's being really, really fast, and other teachers think, well, if they can do it, they got it. If they can use their fingers or whatever, they've got it. But being fluent within 5 is, say, being able to look at a child, say, okay, you have 5, you give me 3, what do you have left? And they're being able to tell you without any tools, without any pausing to think for a long amount of time, then they would be fluent. We're going to look at some activities that will work with that fluency to help them be able to do those types of things with the numbers that are age appropriate and grade appropriate. Your first grade there, of course, is within 10. The second grade is within 20. And then, of course, they can add and subtract within 100. The within 20 is from memory. Of course, that's what we consider fluency, is knowing your facts. The within 100 is using those mental math strategies. For your third grade, we get into the multiplication and division within 100. That's just that memorization, well, what people consider memorization, but it's really, we don't want them to memorize them. We want them to understand why they are what they are. And then, of course, add, subtract within 1,000. That's with mental math strategies as well. And then fourth grade is within 1 million. And then fifth grade gets into the multi-digit multiplication. So I'm going to show you some activities for fluency. First of all, components of fluency, their efficiency, they're efficient, there's accuracy, and then it also involves flexibility. Being able to look at the problem and choose a strategy that works best for them. So, first of all, what do we do? Instead of just making them memorize them or expecting them to memorize them and use flashcards with them, what do we do? Well, the first thing we should do is teach them conceptually. We have to think about that CSA model. And then, of course, while we're doing that, we're doing number talks with our kids. We have them explain their thinking, tell why they did what they did, tell what the steps were going, what was going on in their head, what were they thinking about first, and then next, and then next. So number talks are a great way to get a good understanding of what your kids are thinking and where they're at. It's just good progress monitoring. It's a great way to understand where your kids are at and where you need to go with them. And here's some language to use during that number talk. Of course, number talks, of course, are always about language, and they're talking about it. So we can say blank and blank is the same quantity as blank. A number plus a number is equal to another number. A number plus a number equals another number. All these types of wording. Blank groups of. When we get into multiplication, we talk about groups of. I like to use the word is when I'm doing addition. Like 2 and 3 is 5. Those types of things. We're using those words, and is. Groups of, times for multiplication. So make them talk to you. Make them explain what they're doing and what they're thinking.